ladies, welcome back to my channel. So today is all about inspiration, and I'm taking inspiration from 10 women that are in their 60s and 70s giving advice on aging. And I felt like their perspectives were very interesting. I know that you're going to know all of these ladies that I'm talking about, so we're going to get into number one. My first lady that I'm going to be speaking about is Jamie Lee Curtis, and she recently was at the Golden Globes sitting next to Michelle Yeoh, who won for Best Actress. And so Jamie's photo has gone viral with her cheering her friend on, being so excited, and it's pure and it's not inauthentic. She is really excited about Michelle winning, and you would think if you looked at this photo and you didn't watch the Golden Globes and you had no clue what was going on, that Jamie won. And the title of this one article in The Guardian says, "The sheer joy of Jamie Lee Curtis cheering Michelle Yeoh sets a new bar for female best friendship." So it leads me to thinking about a little quote that I love reminding myself of. And that is, what's for you won't pass you in life. So you can sit back, ladies, and be excited about your friend getting the job promotion, excited about your friend having the baby, excited about your friend or your sister or whoever getting married, and maybe you're not, or maybe that's something that you really want. Whatever is for you in your life will not pass you. It will happen. There are things that are supposed to happen in your life, and it's such a great quote. I love thinking like that because you can get all caught up in everybody else's life and, oh my gosh, she got that and I didn't get that. That's not where we're going here. We're excited for one another. We're supportive of one another. We can be excited for women because we know great things are coming for our life. So that was just something that was recently with Jamie Lee Curtis that I thought was really great. I think that she's very interesting when it comes to aging, and this is what she says about aging. So she says that it's all about not fighting something that is completely natural and inevitable. I'm appalled that the term we use to talk about aging is anti. She wrote in an essay for HuffPost in 2012, aging is as natural as a baby's softness and scent. Aging is human evolution in its pure form. She goes on to suggest that you lean into it and keep pushing forward. Another quote that she had in this article was, "It's too easy to sit back and look at screens and see life passing us by. Get sweaty. We can never say we've done enough." That's what I love. I had just said this in one of my first videos of the year for 2023. I said, I don't want to look back on 2023 and be like, wow, I had my face in a phone and life just passed me by, because I'm so concerned about these apps and numbers and engagement and what's going on. I mean, this is my career, but also I want to have a life. I don't want to feel like I have dove deep into this world of an app, not real life, not connecting real with people. Yes, you can connect with people on social media, etc., but I want real life experiences in 2023. I don't want to be sitting with my face in an electrical phone just sitting there. That is not my objective. So we're moving on to number two. My next lady I'm featuring is Iman, and I've always looked up to her. She's so graceful. She seems so calm in all her interviews, and she's just so iconic from being a supermodel from the 60s, 70s, 80s. And she kept it very simple. When she was asked, what's the secret to aging gracefully? She said, philosophically, not giving a damn. Physically, taking care of your skin. Her skin is incredible. And this is what I just recently said on one of my videos, but I've said it all throughout my entire career here on YouTube, is that skincare is never too late, ladies. It doesn't matter how old you are. Start taking care of your skin. You will see a dramatic difference. It doesn't mean that, you know, oh, I have too much damage. I have too many fine lines and wrinkles, or I have too much pigmentation. You don't. You can take care of your skin. Your skin is your largest organ. You will see it change when you start giving it some TLC. My third lady that I am featuring is Christy Brinkley, and she has always seemed to me to be somebody that is just very positive and up. Again, we don't know them personally. We're not hanging out with them, but this is my perspective. This is what I'm getting from her when I see her on interviews or I see her, you know, on the red carpet, etc. She always has this really bright, beautiful smile. She's always radiating, you know, it just feels positive. Like it's someone that you would want to be around. And so she says that looking and feeling young is all about having fun and staying active. I think laughter is the greatest de-stressor. Number one, call up a friend or your family and hang out. Don't wallow in it. Just get out the door. Get outside. For me, get out of the house and take a walk. That's important. And of course, smiling. I really do think it has to do with an attitude of gratitude. An attitude of gratitude keeps you happy, and happiness is youthful. So I thought that was really neat because it went along with what I really thought about her and what's been my experience of just seeing her in interviews and on camera, etc., etc. I just think that she's always smiling. So this is obviously something that she does to feel young, to stay younger, to feel that she's radiating youth by smiling and being approachable and just really enjoying life. And that whole gratitude is so important. We know if you do any Google research on gratitude journals and writing down what you're grateful for in the morning, or if your nighttime routine is all about gratitude at night, it really does shift. There's been scientific studies on gratitude and what it does to your life, and really focusing on what you're really grateful for. So I really enjoyed her quotes and her advice on aging. My next feature is Helen Marin, and she's somebody that I do take her photos to my hairdresser when I'm having my mom get her hair cut. She's been our inspiration for hair for my mom for many years, and I love her as an actress. She is 77 and she gives us really great advice. So she starts off with telling us her secret to feeling young while getting older is simple: embrace it. It's extremely annoying to women of my generation and others following mine to have beauty products sold on a 15-year-old face. I don't want to die young, so I'm not going to get old. I think to stay engaged in life, to stay curious about life, to stay with a sense of learning about life constantly, I think those are the things that, if you like, help you stay young. So I was so happy that Helen really hit the nail on the head when it comes to these cosmetic companies featuring women or girls that are 15, 16, 17, 18. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I have been very vocal about this on my channel because I just don't get it. And it's funny, I sound like a broken record when I go to the Chanel counter and I talk to my counter managers that see me all the time. I'm like, I don't get it. 15-year-olds are not coming to Chanel to buy the products. It's almost like insulting for their customer that is in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and have been such loyal and dedicated customers that they're showing these I don't want to say children, but they're teenagers. I mean, we cannot relate. And then it's airbrushed and this whole thing. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Leave in the comments below if you're like, no, I love going to the Chanel counter or whatever counter, Dior or Sicily. I don't know, whatever. If you're at a department store, please tell me what company in the department store is showing women that are 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s in their POPs, their point of purchase, where they have like a little display and it's someone that's older, not a celebrity, just someone that's older, a normal older model. I would love to know because that's just not happening. And what's really nice, and I've been thinking about it, is I can change that. I don't have to sit there and complain at the Chanel counter because my cosmetic line, I have very big plans for them, for it, will be featuring older women because I can change that narrative, and I'm very excited about that. So I loved Helen, and I loved how she just really came out directly and said it. My fifth lady that I'm featuring is Alfre Woodard. She is so beautiful, from the 70s, having a career in television and film and going strong still, and she had a really interesting perspective. She said that the secret to aging is owning it and breaking a few rules in the process. Age is what you decide you want it to be. I'm still in motion here. I don't want to put an expiration date on showing my jiggly legs at the beach or say, I'm over 50, I shouldn't wear this. No, this is my 63-year-old butt and I'm free and happy. It has earned its freedom. I loved her attitude when it came to aging, and it's not about you. I had said this before about, oh my gosh, I'm over 50. I can't wear sleeveless. I can't wear this. I can't wear that. No, you can wear whatever you want and makes you happy and you feel confident and you feel good. I love that she said, break some rules. Ladies, break some rules. There are no rules in beauty. And it's just about expressing yourself and, maybe trying something different or wearing something different or, experimenting as you're getting older with different things. Maybe you've always been solid with your wardrobe and you decide to go into a little bit of a pattern or whatever it is. I just loved her attitude. I thought it was really fresh. I thought it was really, she wants or she's telling us like to embrace it, to own it, to break those rules. I love this one. My sixth feature is Glenn Close, and she has been an actress for decades, just so iconic. And she has been talking about how it's not easy to age in the Hollywood industry. And she had some really great advice for us going into that turning 60 was not the nightmare she anticipated, noting that one of the keys to aging is a simple shift in perspective. She said, all your life you think 60 is ancient, and all of a sudden you find yourself 60 and you don't really feel that different. I feel stronger and more engaged. This is the best time of my life. So it's really wonderful. I've heard that a lot from women where they're like thinking, you know, oh my gosh, like big birthdays are really hard, like 60 and 70. I know my mom had a really hard time with 70. I know my aunt had a very hard time with 80. I mean, it was so funny because it was like, it's just another year. You're hitting this really amazing new decade, but it's the perspective. It's how you're shifting your mind. Like, oh my gosh, like 70, like, oh my gosh, so old, or 80. I can't believe it. My aunt was so funny because I thought she was going to have a little bit of a different perspective on it. Like, yes, I'm rocking 80. She was like, oh my gosh, Nikki, I can't believe I'm 80. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. And I was like, listen, I was like, this is amazing. Like, we need to switch this perspective. We need to be like, you know what? I'm 80. I'm so happy that I'm 80. You know, I have to think about, again, going back to gratitude. I'm in good health. I can get up, I can walk, I can see. I mean, all these different things is kind of how I perceive getting older each year or each decade that I hit. You know, it's like, let me think about what is going right, not what's going wrong. We don't need to sit there and stare at a number and be like, oh my gosh, like this is what I am. You're not a number. You're not a number. You're a life. You are a living being that's doing things and having hobbies and feeling joy and happiness. And so I really loved what Glenn had to say about that. My seventh lady is Sharon Osbourne. So she's a reality star. She's married to Ozzy Osbourne. She's had her health issues recently in the press, and she's been very vocal about them. She recently also went to Jack Martin in LA and had him do her hair gray. We talked about this. You can go to LA to this hairstylist. He did Jane Fonda's also. You get to be turned into gray. I think it's like 12 hours or 8 hours or 14 hours, depending on your hair. But she did that and she looked phenomenal. She did look so beautiful with her new gray hair. And so Sharon has some things to say about aging. She says that the secret to looking good and feeling good as you age is to do it for yourself and not worry about what other people's expectations are. So this was really neat because I always talk about gray hair. You're the one that's wearing it. So if everybody doesn't like it, okay, but if you don't like it, then don't do it. But if you love it, rock it. You're doing it for yourself. She goes on to say, I believe in being good to yourself. It's not just about getting into that little black dress or I want to look good in this outfit or that. Look good for yourself and be healthy for yourself. We take care of everybody else, and the last person we take care of is yourself. Just remember how important you are. So that's a nice reminder because I feel that a lot of the women, I see a lot of comments below that you do take care of your whole family, or you take care of your husband, or you take care of, or you've been taking care of everybody forever. And you've forgotten about yourself and you're like, this is the time for me now. Like, I have to rebuild myself. I have to care for myself. I have to do my exercise program, eat better, sleep better, etc. So I love that Sharon really put the perspective in about taking care of yourself and not forgetting about yourself. My next lady that I'm featuring is Sharon Stone, and a lot of us know her from the 1992 exotic thriller Basic Instinct. And she is 64 years old now, and she said she feels just as beautiful as she did in 1992, which I thought was great. She has gone through her health scares. In 2001, she had a stroke and a 9-day brain hemorrhage. So I think that she's put things into different perspective. She no longer does Botox and filler, and in the Botox, we'll get to why she doesn't do that anymore, but she loves her body now. And she said that she started to understand that I was going to go for being more like a European woman who got more beautiful with age and who could understand that women are more beautiful than girls because they know something. So I thought that was an interesting perspective on age, that women that are aging, we have history, we know more, etc. It makes you more interesting. And then it went on to tell why she doesn't do Botox anymore. And really it was because of the stroke and the 9-day brain hemorrhage. Her face on one side, she had to have 300 shots of Botox and that filler to really get it to look like it used to, and to basically probably not have it asymmetrical and to fill it back up. And we know what happens when you have a stroke and you have paralysis on one side. So it was very traumatic for her. She wants to age naturally, she said. And I thought that was really beautiful that, you know, she took this experience and she's embracing her body. She's in very grateful, obviously, for her body recovering. And she goes down to say that she is way more focused on living. I feel like this is the most exciting and creative period of my life. I feel really, really happy. I never have been this joyful. And that's really wonderful. It's almost like she has a little bit of a second chance at life, and she's doing the most and living her best life. And I really loved featuring Sharon Stone and just taking this wisdom in what she's gone through. Next lady that I'm featuring is Oprah Winfrey. We all know who she is, real powerhouse. And I didn't expect anything different from what her quotes were on aging and what have you. She says, it's all about being honest with yourself. Of course, I want to look my best. I want to feel strong and vibrant. But I know for sure that the pathway to your best life isn't the route of denial. It's owning every moment, staking a claim in right now, and with gratitude, embracing the age you are. So I didn't expect anything different. I mean, she's very to the point and about embracing, about owning it, about being in the moment. And I thought that was just so perfect for Oprah. And my last lady that I'm featuring is Jane Seymour, and she's in her 70s. I've always looked at her as very just graceful and very just beautiful and very simple and not complicated. And she had some really great advice for us for aging. She says, looking and feeling young is about balance and a little bit of hard work. I work out, but not obsessively. I eat everything in moderation, and I grow organic food, and I tend to eat from the garden. I do a combination of spinning, Pilates, and light weights. I don't even have facials. I do my own makeup. So I just look after my own skin, and I take care of myself. So you see a lot of common threads with these ladies. We feature 10 ladies, and it's about taking care of yourself, not putting yourself last, embracing it, embracing the age, owning it, and really claiming a stake in your age and being proud of it. And I think we know now with a lot of the headlines that are happening that not everybody gets to age. And I know that we need to have gratitude towards each day that we are living and feeling amazing. And even if we're not feeling amazing, the fact that we have the chance to live and to keep moving forward. So out of these 10 ladies, who is your favorite? And I mean, as in not favorite when it comes to acting and what have you, but what their perspective on aging and the way that they're basically living their lives now and what they offered us in giving us a little inspiration with the aging process and how to really look at it differently if you are maybe not feeling so great about your age, or you're down in the dumps, or you're feeling like, you know what, oh my gosh, it's like, it's so terrible. Did you get anything out of these ladies? I think it's wonderful. I love these quotes. I save some of them and I put them in my journal, and I'll, look back at them. But I would love to hear your perspective. What is your quote? Do you have anything to offer the ladies in my comments below that you think is a really great perspective on living, on just something that would really inspire someone? Leave it below. And until my next video, I'll see you later.